Bienvenidas, bienvenidos al capítulo 15 de Jade Empire, si no me equivoco. Y bueno, nos habíamos quedado aquí que ya tenemos la nave voladora, la libélula voladora, con la cual nos vamos a ir. Creo que tenemos que ir a la hoguera donde están nuestros compañeros para alargarnos ya de aquí. Vamos a ello. Bueno, Ru ya hablamos con él en el capítulo anterior y nada, ha estado durmiéndose la pela muchísimo. Muy bien, salgamos de aquí.
Everybody on board. The marvelous dragonfly is about to take flight.
Esta ruta está plagada de naves enemigas. ¿Qué quieres hacer? Ataque, vale, esto es para jugar con lo de la nave, sí. Aquí está el minijuego, a ver si me acuerdo. Vale, sí, disparamos así. Usa la rueda, ¿qué? Usa X. ¿Qué mejora? Ay. Vale, ahora puedo estar todo el rato. ¡Oh! Todos vienen aquí al centro. Matar a enemigos aumenta el chi. Vale, ¿qué está pasando? Usar las mejoras. Es necesario el chi. ¿Qué mejoras? ¿De qué me estás hablando? Uf, estos me hacen daño, ¿eh? ¡Oh! Vale. ¡Ah! Podía haberlo cogido. Ya me lo han quitado. Mira. ¡No! Vida. Vale, estoy otra vez completa. Los otros fueron más fáciles. Pero está divertido esto. Misión cumplida, sí.
This new flyer seems nicer than the one we took from Gal the Lesser, although I'm really only judging by how shiny it is. A poor guess, I'm sure.
No. The marvelous dragonfly is superior to the amber mosquitoes I foisted on Gao. And actually, the shinier the better. The heavens like their glory reflected. A shame I can't leave it on the ground for all to see, but I'm not going through all this just to have it stripped to the frame by local brats. I'll call it back if we need it.
¿Cómo la controlas desde esta distancia?
Well, it's much like the dilemma of the centipede. If he relaxes and lets things happen, he can walk naturally all day long, his 100 legs not missing a step. But
No entiendo
if he
eso.
thinks too hard about the complexity of what he's doing, those legs might crash into the tea house and kill everyone. A valuable lesson.
Si tú lo dices, muy bien, ya basta. ¿Qué tenemos que hacer? Sí.
Now we have everything we need to follow Master Li's captors to the Imperial City. I am eager to do so after all the resistance we have encountered.
Sí, la verdad es que yo también estoy un poco cansada de este sitio. Sí, ¿cómo está?
I'm trying to feel good about what happened at Gao's fortress, the lair of his pirates. We went looking for our master and perhaps another flyer. What we found, I was not prepared for how cruel people could be. Seeing those people with no control over their fates, it is similar to a pain in my past that I have not thought about for a long time.
Pero, ¿qué ha pasado? ¿Pero de qué me estás hablando? Sí, no hablas mucho de tu vida antes de la escuela. Cuéntame la versión corta, por favor. Esto no me interesa. Sí, no, habla.
I would not dream of saying my experience is similar to those poor people in Gao's fortress. But that lack of control, I know that well.
No controlar
One
que
of the
te tomes
only
prisa una
things I
pirata.
know about myself is that on the morning I was born, the sky was red, like distant mountains were on fire. Perhaps it was dirge burning, as Zeus said. I believe it was an ill omen, and that stigma is why my abilities became a burden. That's why I must have been left at the school. To be subject to the whims of someone else just because of what you are, be you slave or outsider. Yes, I know that well.
Su esclavitud estaba impuesta por barrotes. La tuya parece ser tu elección. Los débiles suelen verse en situaciones así. Como yo también estoy ahí empezando a sentir algo.
Yes,
Continúa.
you are an outsider too, albeit one with power to change your world. I think the slaves in the pirate lair would greatly appreciate your skill in defense. And I would make great use of your confidence. You inspire me to think of the possibilities, not just the problems. I'm gaining an appreciation for the person you are becoming. Perhaps we should speak on these matters again sometime.
Vale, tengo unas
I will
cuantas
answer what I
preguntas.
can.
Supongo que es lo mismo. ¿Qué debería hacer
We should get
ahora?
in this marvelous dragonfly and go after Master Lee's captors. Talk to Kang, and he will get us on our way.
Vale. Esta
Be
otra.
well, my friend.
Vale, vamos a hablar aquí con la gente. Tú,
Something's on your mind?
¿tienes un minuto para
Of
conversar?
course. I was just thinking about things. Gao richly deserved his death, but I'm not sure I ever really expected it to happen.
Pues fíjate tú. Así sin quererlo, lo maté. ¿Cómo te hace sentir eso?
I feel fine, but determined. Our work isn't done, but we've taken a small step by removing that stain upon the Empire's honor.
No sé yo. ¿Cómo encontraste a Gao?
Gao's slavers took my daughter, Pin Mei, and I was able to
Ya me
follow
lo
them.
dijiste.
Fortunately, they didn't cover their tracks. I chased them down. I was too late. Pin Mei was spirited, and I'm sure she fought them. I believe they decided she was too much trouble and killed her. 5 years old, and they ran her through.
¡Qué malditos cobardes! Con 5 años. La cría era más fuerte que todos ellos. Con 5 años. Pensaron que era un peligro. Con 5 años. Flipan. Un montón de cobardes.
I found her dead by the roadside and stopped my pursuit. By the time I cared to continue my chase, the slavers were long gone.
Malditos cobardes, tío. Es terrible, siéntate. Bueno,
It's
sí.
fine. Thank you for your concern, but for the most part, I've come to terms with her death.
Bueno, después de 3 años. Joder, tío.
But why dwell on this? Gao is dead, and perhaps Pin Mei has found some peace. That's what really matters. That and what we still have to accomplish.
¿Vas a seguir gimoteando por tu hija cada vez que te dirija la palabra? Estas son cosas importantes y hay que hablar de ellas.
You're right, but we have to pick our time, and now isn't it. We can talk about this later.
Vale, vale, sí, sí. ¿Tienes algo que decir sobre lo que
When
estás
you say the
haciendo?
word, we're ready to leave. I'm looking forward to seeing the Imperial City again. When we reach the Imperial City, we'll have a whole host of new problems. You have to love it.
De acuerdo. Eso es todo, vale.
Always happy to help.
Ya está, porque si me lío aquí a hablar con la peña... No como nunca, ve la
What do
niña
you
que
want?
merece. ¿Qué piensas de nuestra
I think we
situación?
should keep going. The Guardian says so too. The city is the center of the Empire. All roads lead there. All winds too. Is there
Pues
anything else you
voladas.
wanted?
Vale, ya hablaremos.
Okay.
Bueno, me voy a ver si... He vuelto aquí a la hoguera.
In the past,
What?
I've shared the company of others that moved outside traditional paths. But this band of folks is by far the most exotic.
Sí, sí que es exótica.
You looked at me as you said that. What are you trying to say, Sky?
Actually, you took it the wrong way around. You seem a bit more conventional than, say, Wildflower or Zoo.
The Guardian says that everyone hides a part of themselves, that they don't always look like what they really are.
Sí, todos tenemos demonios ocultos, sí.
I can't help it.
I didn't mean to upset anyone. I thought our shared strangeness was fairly obvious. I apologize.
La rareza es nuestro rasgo común. Me gusta. Nada relevante, así que nos vamos ya.
The way is clear to the Imperial City. You need only to speak to our mad friend Kang, and he will Goodbye, then.
Ay, no, sí, quiero hablar contigo sobre lo de
That
Lee.
is an old wound. My departure from the Lotus Assassins was not gentle for either side. My immediate companions, those who...
Lim was not among them. He would have died if he was. I was labeled as the one who deserted, and I am occasionally recognized. Another death. More blood spilled. Such a waste for a hatred they cannot even Regret. I have no regret for killing anyone who challenged me of their strength is...
There is a place for the Enforcer. The man or woman who brings death to those who have earned or otherwise deserve it. I consider that...
I did some harsh things while with the Lotus Assassins, but they no longer follow a path I recognize. They are a mirror of Death's hand. You will see as you get close to him. He draws out the worst. Ignorance does not make truth go away. It only hides it. Perhaps we will talk again when I see more. For now, we should make our way to the Imperial City. That...
Goodbye.
Vale. Nos vamos ya.
That's it. You have everything you...
Tenemos todo lo que necesitamos. Vamos a la ciudad imperial.
Good, good. My beautiful dragonfly will finally get a real test. Let's hope those modifications hold up.
Sí, tenía ganas ya de ir, venga.
Have you seen anyone matching the description? The Lotus Assassins are getting impatient.
They were very vague and wouldn't answer my questions. Are they even sure of who they are looking for?
Does it matter? Death's Hand himself seeks this one. Do you need any more incentive than that? Just question everyone. This person apparently caused a lot of damage in the south. Here, what about this one? At least it's a woman, like they said. You, identify yourself.
By order of the Emperor and the Lotus Assassins, state your name and purpose for being in the Imperial City.
Para mataros a todos. Por supuesto, soy Yencila Radiante, una simple viajera. Me llamo Yencila Radiante. Mis asuntos nos incumben. Atrás, yo no respondo ante nadie. Pues eso lo dijo. Bah.
We are questioning everyone who has arrived in the city recently. You bear a resemblance to someone we are looking for.
Qué coincidencia.
I don't know. The hair may be similar, as are the wrapped hands and the reddish clothes. It's not enough to be sure.
We could hold her anyway. It's not a good match, but the Lotus Assassins would leave us be for a few days while they question her.
Is there a problem here, Captain? Well, is there?
No, Princess Leanne. We were questioning this traveler by order of the Lotus Assassins.
¿Qué me estás
There is no need to
contando?
pursue this questioning any further. You may go.
My apologies, Princess, but I was ordered to detain anyone even vaguely matching.
Captain, this woman is here on a personal matter of mine that does not concern you. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, Princess Leanne.
Then unless you wish to be transferred to the wall, you will leave and continue your search. Well, we meet again. I've watched your progress. It seems I underestimated you in Tian's Landing. I have no doubt that you will make as much of an impact on the Imperial City.
¿Princesa? Discúlpame, pero no sé cómo debo dirigirme a ti. Un interesante disfraz. ¿Qué nombre debo emplear para dirigirme a ti? ¡Zorro de seda! Me habría ido bien tu ayuda para llegar hasta aquí. Sí,
I understand. Our last meeting was under interesting circumstances. You may address me as Princess Liane, the Heavenly Lily. It is, as you can see, customary to bow in my presence.
Yo no hago reverencias ni te conozco como princesa. Por supuesto, discúlpame, sí.
Somehow I did not expect you to kowtow so quickly. Or maybe I just hoped you wouldn't. I get so tired of fawning servants. That is why I often travel without official escort and occasionally present myself as someone less bridled by the rules of the court.
Pues deja de ser princesa.
You understand why I don't go into detail here in the street, don't you? With what I have to tell you, I don't want to lose that option of disguise.
Por supuesto, princesa Liane. ¿Qué tal si hablamos en otro sitio? ¿Qué información tienes para mí? Va, simplemente te gusta ensuciarte las manos junto a los plebeyos. Sí, yo le voy a seguir el juego.
That would be best. I trust the servants I keep, but this is best discussed away from the open street.
Ya lo has dicho.
I will not speak the location aloud. Take this note. We will meet nearby, but I must have a moment to acquire more fitting attire.
Tengo muchas preguntas para ti. Una cita con la princesa. ¡Qué escándalo! Por supuesto, sí, como prefieras.
Very well. We will continue speaking later. I'm sure we both have questions that need answering. Don't be too long. My message concerns your master, and time is very important.
Vale, joder. Wow. Esto nos va a ayudar un montón. ¿Qué le pasa?
It would not have been proper for her to award it to you herself, but Princess Sun Lian requests that you accept this gift. She looks forward to your next meeting.
¿Qué obsequio me ha dado? Favor imperial, nota. Tengo que mirarlo. Madre mía, ¿cómo era tan largo? El capítulo 2 era toda la zona esa que hicimos. Y ahora estamos en el 3, en donde se muestra la ciudad imperial. Zorro de seda revela su posición. Y se produce una infiltración en los asesinos del loto. La libélula prodigiosa te aleja de descanso de Tien, acercándote a la ciudad imperial. Las derrotas de Gao el Mayor y de Lim el asesino tendrán consecuencias de gran repercusión, y tu enemigo no permitirá que tus acciones queden impunes. Se están reuniendo fuerzas terribles, y según te acercas a tu objetivo, seguro que dejan terribles marcas, igual que tú dejas las tuyas. Lo malo de tener tanta gente es que me da pereza hablar con todos. Bueno, voy a hablar con Estrella del Alba.
I can't believe my
Vale.
luck. I arrived
¿Tú
home after
eres
being
Estrella
lost,
del Alba?
only to find that my wife has gone off to visit relatives.
Siento oír eso.
No, you misunderstand me. My wife, she's not here. I thought I was as good as dead. Now my execution is delayed. Until her eventual return, of course.
¿Qué piensas sobre nuestra
We
situación?
made it this far. How hard can it be from here? From what I've seen, you're more than capable of handling anything we're likely to encounter.
Gracias, me gusta. Gracias.
As you say, I will be here scrubbing your pots until you call upon me again.
Bueno, vámonos.
The Imperial City. I'd always heard how impressive it was. The stories didn't do it justice. I feel like I'm a long way from home, and I don't even know where home is anymore.
Quiero hacerte algunas preguntas acerca de la ciudad imperial. ¿Hay algo de mi
I haven't had any time to think about anything except Master Li and Two Rivers and the Imperial City. It's all so much to take in.
Tenemos muy poco tiempo para hablar. Solo quería saber si estás bien. Quiero asegurarme de que estás perfectamente. No quiero que nadie se altere. Olvídalo, no tiene importancia. En realidad sí tenemos poco tiempo.
I've probably told you this story, but when I was young, I dreamt of a magic carp that would take me to a place where no one was troubled by visions or spirits. Now I can't help but picture that poor fish flopping in the streets of the Imperial City, oblivious passers-by casually stepping around it.
Así que te sientes como un pez fuera del agua. Yo tampoco sé a dónde pertenezco. Qué forma tan maravillosamente absurda de responder a una pregunta. Cuando te pedí que hablases, di por hecho que no me harías perder el tiempo.
feels odd to have lived with an image of the Empire for so long and to lose it so quickly. I miss Two Rivers. I miss Xingwu, Old Ming, Gu Jin. I remember lessons in the school, and you making some joke that had Smiling Mountain snickering under his breath, even as he scolded us for not paying attention. What do you remember about those days?
Pues nada. No recuerdo nada. Los amigos perdidos. Gracias por mantener vivo su recuerdo. Duras lecciones, habilidades que me permitirán vengar la pérdida de aquella vida. Restricciones. El sentirme siempre reprimida. Ahora yo soy libre. Los amigos perdidos.
I keep all our fallen friends in mind. With all the spirits I see, it would be hard not to. I see the walls between this world and the next as very thin. Come, we should get going. There's a great deal left to do, and I don't want to leave it for too long.
De acuerdo. A ver, la niña, que has volado, ¿qué te parece?
There is something here. Some evil thing has happened here. It beats on my mind, and the Guardian, he can't hold it back.
¿Qué dices? Uh-oh.
You can't stop me from being here. I may not be able to leave, but I can talk. And...
¿Qué? Tú debes ser el otro.
I am Yasen, the other of whom Chaika and this girl speak. They have suppressed me ever since we inhabited this body. But this place is different.
Dios, la niña.
The evil around me has given me strength. For now, at least. And has opened potential doors. I don't claim to goodness, mortal. I hate your kind. But we can work together. If you help me, I shall help you. And I'll be much more...
¿Y qué de la chica?
Bah! Who cares about her? She's just another insect. This is about what I can offer you when the time comes. What? No! Chaika! You won't make me go! No!
Wo okawunir inakir nofun. Panir shakir wo sir nikorpak.
No.
I'm sorry. They were fighting again. I'll be alright. Soon. Just give me time and I'll be alright.
Dios, lo que tiene que soportar la pobre cría. Madre mía. Demasiado. ¿Y tú qué tienes que decir?
Always happy to help. What do you need?
Va. Luego hablaremos. Cielo.
Of course. I'll be here if you need anything.
A ver, este... hombre, ¿qué nos dice?
What a wondrous flyer you have. You don't see any of that design about the city. Since they became more common among the nobles, flyers have been... Allow me to officially welcome you to the Imperial City. I am Bai, the Outcrier, and I am here to direct you around our illustrious capital if you have any questions at all. It would be an honor to say that I aided someone who was greeted by Princess Sun Lian herself. There are several districts within easy walking distance. This area is the market district, and it is filled with all sorts of merchants and traffic. If you cross the waterway and turn left, you will soon come to the Gate of the Golden Way. The Golden Way is connected to both the Scholar's Garden at its far end and the Necropolis, though no one would venture into those burial grounds without good reason.
Si tengo más preguntas, vendré a
A
verte.
pleasure to be of service. Enjoy your...
Sí. De momento vamos a mirar a ver.
Be on the lookout for the Scourge of the South. It is your duty as citizens of the Empire to report anyone who matches this description. Keep an eye out for a young girl wearing red and blue silks. She is quick and agile.
Eso soy yo.
Reports suggest that she may be a demon spirit able to change her form at will.
Ya, claro, entonces puede ser cualquiera, puede
Do
ser
not
tú.
try to apprehend the Scourge of the South, but instead report what you've seen to the authorities immediately.
Azote del Sur.
Well, all these years together, and I never suspected you were the scourge of the South. I'm sorry. I know it's not funny. At least they didn't get your looks right.
A mí sí que me hace gracia. Soy el azote del sur. ¿Qué te parece eso?
What did you want to talk about? I was thinking about the Imperial City. It is such an expansive place with a great deal of history. But my gift lets me see other things as well. Glimmers of the past.
¿Ves cosas del pasado?
It is deep and layered. The lives of people spent in the shadow of the wall. Working, dying, never leaving. All their experiences have left marks upon it.
¿Y puedes verlo?
The stones echo with their passing. Sometimes I can almost hear their voices.
Joder. ¿Por qué no lo habías mencionado antes?
I get hints, but nothing that seems useful. They are visions that are possible, or that have possibly been. They are very strong in the city, but they overlap as well.
Claro.
It has history, ages of history, and much of it is covered in blood and misery. And not all of that is in the distant past. There are dark currents I cannot see clearly. The threads of fate are woven in the city, or will be. Does that make sense? I don't know anymore.
¿Has visto algo que pueda ser útil? Yo tampoco, dejarlo estar.
Any spirits that can speak clearly are asking for help themselves. The world is upside down. It seems like there is so much more at stake than just our master's safety.
Ya.
I am worried, but I know you'll be able to set things right. Let's get going. I feel a chill.
The Scourge of the South has destroyed whole villages in the south.
Hola,
Many
yo soy el
innocents.
azote.
Out of sheer spite, the Scourge flooded ancient ruins, wantonly destroying our very own
tú
heritage.
misma. Este no parece que sea el camino, pero voy a abrir el mapa. Voy a dar una vuelta por aquí. No voy a hablar con nadie. Y a ver qué pasa. Ah, mira.
Your parentage is below average, and your ancestry is of questionable worth. You dress yourself in the manner of a common laborer. Nobody's paying any attention.
Keep trying, just as I instructed.
Your physique seems exceptional. Clearly you are a peasant. A noble could afford sloth.
¿Qué estás haciendo? ¿Por qué intentas insultarme?
Your breath is like the wind of an ox. Your last meal was of suspect quality.
Te he pedido una explicación. Dámela o lo consideraré una ofensa. Te lo advierto. No me faltes al respeto.
Your beliefs are superficial, and your culture is substandard.
Tus insultos carecen de sentido. Defiende tus acusaciones o para ahora mismo. Se acabó. Voy a poner fin a tu absurdo acoso. Defiende tus acusaciones.
You are right to demand an explanation. Forgive my servant. I instructed him to find someone not distracted by mere insults. Someone who would command respect.
¿Y ese soy yo?
Your demand for justification of his arguments was admirable. You are exactly what we need.
Si estás detrás de esto, te debo una paliza. Explícate.
An outlander strolled into the city several days ago and now sits like a cormorant, taking what he wants from the river of our hospitality. He balks at our attempts to calm him and answers requests for payment with strange coins of questionable value. He needs to go.
O sea, ¿queréis que haga el trabajo? Porque sí, ¿no? Así gratis. Uy, esos dos son iguales. Esta ciudad recibe muchos visitantes. ¿Por qué es él tan diferente a los demás? Eso es trabajo de la guardia de la ciudad, no mío. ¿De dónde vino ese hombre?
The outlander is not a dignitary or traveling merchant. He is a parody of civilized behavior. He spews insults at the emperor himself. So far, he has escaped the notice of any higher officials. Perhaps he was mistaken for an actor in a troupe. But that will not... If he is reported, the Lotus assassins will take notice. They'll want to know if he was harbored or his offense was encouraged. Guilt by association is enough for them.
Tal vez yo pueda razonar con ese extranjero. Lo sacaré a patadas. ¿Quieres que lo mate? No, mejor razón.
That's what's so infuriating. He doesn't respond to reason. He proposes challenges we don't understand, and then declares... Several of our brightest have faced him, but as soon as they get the better of him, he sets off his strange firework and says they are beaten. Normally, the peasants like it when we intellectuals are maligned, but they tire of his presence too. Getting rid of this nuisance will endear you to many.
Le enseñaré a no burlarse de nuestra cultura. Puede que lo haga cuando tenga tiempo. Déjame en paz. Si eso es todo lo que voy a obtener, mi respuesta es no. Sí, puede que lo haga cuando tenga tiempo. Bueno, déjame en paz. Sí.
That is not the conviction I was hoping for, but no one else has been able to help, so it will have to do. At your convenience, then. He is in the Scholar's Garden, and no amount of opposition has moved him. Please, I hope you...
Oh, ¡qué pesado que eres! No me gusta ayudaros a vosotros. Me gustaban más los campesinos y las campesinas. Vosotros sois los creídos. Jardín de los eruditos. Aquí es donde me ha dicho, venga, vamos a hacerlo. Vamos a ver al tipo este. Ah, no, mira, ¿es ella? ¿El jardín de los eruditos?
I didn't expect you in your strange training to make it to the Imperial City. You are proving to be a very interesting person. I should have seen it coming. I suspect that we share a similar strength.
¿Cómo tengo que llamarte? ¿Zorro de seda o princesa Sunlian?
As the Heavenly Lily, I am above suspicion, but I am restrained by fawning servants. Silk Fox can go anywhere, and people are not shy about their reactions. There is a thrill, of course, and it allows me to find information useful to us both. Death's Hand brought your master Lee to the palace a few days ago. I saw the flyer.
Vale.
He was bound in chains. He must be powerful, or you are. There was something familiar about him as well.
¿Qué te ha resultado familiar? Te pareció familiar porque estáis emparentados.
Why would you say that? Is that what he told you? I'm sorry, but I simply cannot believe that your master Lee is the glorious strategist.
Tú misma. ¿No le reconociste como un miembro de tu familia?
I was too young to know him. I was told that he and Prince Qin, the third brother, fell defending the Empire 20 years ago. Now it seems they may have been traitors. I discovered this looking through records for information on Death's Hand. Perhaps he tried to influence Sun Li and Sun Qin before corrupting my father. But it doesn't matter who your master is. I could take you to the palace, but Death's Hand controls what my father hears. He must be discredited for you to succeed.
Pero si es familia tuya, o sea, tú también deberías querer salvarlo. Tengo que llegar hasta el palacio. ¿Qué debo hacer?
Death's Hand has almost total control over my father. We must find conclusive evidence of his crimes and reveal his corruption. And I know how. Construction on the wall has stopped for the first time in generations. The workers now toil in factories building powerful creatures of stone and clay called golems. Death's Hand could use these automatons to seize the Empire, and my father is oblivious. We must infiltrate the Lotus Assassins and find evidence of this treachery.
He luchado, o sea, ¿cómo
We
me
need
infiltrar?
proof of Death's Hand's intent from the seat of his power, the Lotus Assassin Fortress. It would be impossible to assault, so just walk in. They are recruiting.
Ya sé que...
Have any
lo que
Lotus
me ha
Assassins
leído.
who saw your face live to report back? I doubt it. They will not recognize you as the person who fought them in Tian's Landing. They have a vague description full of guesswork that has guards holding people at random. Besides, they expect an attack, not someone trying to catch their eye. I would wager that you may profit from their tasks too. Can you see the beauty in using their own methods of recruitment to fight them? I think they deserve it.
Sigue con tu plan. Veamos lo ridículo que es. Pero ¿cómo?
There are guilds within the Lotus Assassins. Executioners look for fearsome warriors. Inquisitors are... If you prove yourself in the arena, they will notice you. My people can spread rumors of your interest. The Executioner will take a real interest when you finish the silver round.
Ah, entonces no es...
Or if you
con los
prefer,
caballeros.
the Inquisitor recruiter is also seeking new people. He might be open to persuasion.
¿Cómo es que sabes tanto de los asesinos del loto? Pues porque está viviendo con ellos, ¿no?
Death's Hand rules over the Lotus Assassins. so I take special interest in their activities. I've had most of my life to ask questions. You suspect my motives? You have no reason to doubt me. If I wanted the Lotus Assassins to find you, I could simply tell them your name.
Ya. No estoy interesado en unirme a mi enemigo. Pues no estoy muy interesada en unirme al enemigo, pero bueno.
Ask Scholar Dongao in the Scholar's Garden about him. Dongao is closer to the assassins than he should be. He will tell you where to meet the Inquisitor. Or seek the Executioner. My people will spread rumors of your interest, and he will approach you in the arena. They like fighters who have passed the silver round. Unless you want me with you, I will wait at your flying machine. You travel with such interesting peasants. I'm sure I'll be entertained for hours.
Oh, Estrella del Alba, creo que te voy a cambiar por el zorro este. Acompáñame, Estrella del Alba puede ir a la nave voladora y esperar. Espera tú, Estrella del Alba. Es que me da lástima porque es como de la familia. Lleva conmigo desde el principio de la historia. Y esta acaba de llegar. Acompáñame, Estrella del Alba puede ir, sí. Bueno, me voy a quedar con ella porque tiene más información. Y
A wise preference. No offense intended to your amusing companions.
¡Ostras! ¡Qué chunga que es! ¡Los tenemos a todos! ¿Qué ha pasado? ¿Y estos que llegan aquí de repente?
Well, look who we have here. There's no princess to save you this time.
¿Que me salve?
Do you think we'd forget? You can't humiliate us and just walk away.
¿De qué vas? Yo no fui.
Don't look at me. I can't do anything right now. Not like this.
Vale, no mereces
We'll
ninguna
teach
ayuda.
you to insult a guard of the Imperial City.
Bueno, pues eso es, pegarles una paliza. Estás prendido en fuego. ¿Por qué nos han atacado así de repente? A ver, hablo contigo.
Hello again. I enjoy our little chats, but I don't think anything has changed since we last spoke. I still need evidence against Death's Hand to free my father.
Ya.
Meet the Executioner in the arena, or speak with Scholar Dongao in the Scholar's Garden about the Inquisitor. Hurry, or you'll lose your chance to help your master.
¿Por qué tu sirviente me ha entregado un regalo?
Did you like it? I thought you might want a little assistance. Consider it a small token of my favor.
Dudo de tus motivos. Todavía no confío en ti. Ni siquiera sé qué me ha regalado. Me ha gustado tu regalo. Tu falsa. No tengo ni idea del regalo.
I thank you for your courtesy. One always likes to hear when one's gifts are appreciated. It is difficult for one of my rank to give gifts, even one so simple as what I gave you. A princess is not normally allowed to show favorites.
¿No se le permite mostrar favoritismo? Entonces, ¿por qué correr el riesgo? Por cierto, ¿de dónde lo sacaste? Tu favor no significa nada para mí. Me resultarás útil mientras me prestes ayuda. Entonces, ¿por qué correr el riesgo?
Better that I give it away before Death's Hand carts it off. He has been quite brazen. Besides, it was mine by birthright to do with as I wish. Must I always be dictated to by tradition, despite my respect for it? Sometimes I want what everyone else has, to be myself. Generosity is part of my character from time to time as well. It is more than most men will show for you.
Te agradezco el regalo y el riesgo que has corrido al entregarlo. Pero lo que querías era deshacerte de él.
You are polite at least. Too many men just take what they can while they can. Perhaps we women are more civilized. But the price I may pay for helping you could be greater still. I am destined for the throne, destined to rule the Empire after my father, but...
¿Pero qué?
That will be meaningless if Death's Hand keeps his hold on my father's mind. I fear one day he may try to interfere with the imperial succession.
Vale, es eso lo que quiere.
Or perhaps convince my father that he should be emperor by marriage.
Ay, no podemos permitir que se produzca semejante abuso. Flor no haría sino marchitarse bajo tan severas condiciones. En realidad no importa, ya que pronto mataré a mano de la muerte. No podemos permitir que se produzca semejante abuso.
Indeed, we cannot. I would bite my own tongue before ever allowing that man to touch me. I'm sorry, I've ruined the mood. We should continue our talk another time. First, we must expose Death's Hand, reveal his treachery and manipulation.
No has estropeado nada, exactamente de lo que estábamos hablando. Quisiera volver a mis preguntas anteriores.
I will answer what I can, but you have other things to do as well.
Ya, sí, lo sé. Quiero que hablemos del emperador.
My father? What do you want to know that isn't already public knowledge? Emperor Sunhai is well known and well loved.
¿Es amado? Eso no lo
Death's
sabía.
hand is wearing away at that reputation, however, and I need to stop him before it goes too far.
O sea, todo es culpa de Mano de la Muerte. ¿Cuándo se unió Mano de la Muerte a la corte de tu padre?
He has been present for as long as I can remember, but he only rose to prominence after the end of the long drought.
¿Cómo era tu padre antes de que todo esto comenzase?
My father was very caring when I was a child. Now he is cold and distant. I know Death's hand is corrupting him somehow.
Vale. Vale, está
I
bien.
wish you luck. Once you have gained the trust of the Lotus Assassins, we will plan how to proceed.
De acuerdo. Eso es lo que tenemos que hacer. Bueno, gente, lo dejo aquí. Me había desenganchado un poco el tema de venir aquí otra vez, toda la ciudad, con tanta gente. Uf, me agobiaba mucho tener que ayudar a todo el mundo de aquí. No me gusta que se vaya mucho con temas que no tienen que ver con la historia, ¿no? Porque me hacen perder el hilo de la historia. A no ser que sean misiones secundarias muy interesantes, pero la mayoría no lo son. Nos vemos en el próximo episodio de Jade Empire. Salud y buen juego.
It started with a whisper, and that was when I kissed her, and then she made my lips hurt. I could hear the chit-chat.